Your Houston Rockets are officially in the Western Conference Semifinals for the first time since, well, 2020. But that's forever ago, right? This time they aren't facing LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It's Luka Doncic and, Marvin Bagley? Kristaps? They're both probably on the same level at this point, which is not good for Dallas. This Mavericks team is just not good. Luka has been hard carrying this team this year because really there's no standout players on here. There's some decent offensive players and a couple of mediocre two-way players like David Nwaba, but other than that, it's just Luka being godly with the ball in his hands. Obviously, we'll have one of the better guard defenders in the league on him in DeJounte Murray. We'll match them minute for minute as best as we can because there's absolutely no one I want to be guarding Luka other than DeJounte. Also, Mojave King has been available for the past couple of games. He just hasn't played because I didn't think putting in a guy who hasn't played in 2 months was a great idea. We'll give him about 10 minutes a game for now, just to see if he's able to do anything against the bench unit. If he proves to be a liability, we'll probably just bench him for the rest of the playoffs, however long that is. But for now, we're in Dallas for Game 1. And honestly, it was a little more difficult than I anticipated. I figured Luka would have the ball every single time down the floor and that DeJounte could just clamp him like he did with Fox. I mean, Luka was playing with Trey Burke and some other guys, not exactly creators with the ball. So I did not expect at all the amount of off-ball action they ran with Luka. It's one thing to guard somebody one-on-one in isolations and maybe fighting across screens to guard the ball handler, but guarding someone off-ball is a completely different ballgame. And I'll be honest with you, DeJounte struggled a lot. Granted, there were a couple of illegal screens in there, but he just could not stick with Luka several times because of those ball screens. And I figured Luka would be a tough guard either way, but I was counting on the offense to make up for that somewhat. Well, it didn't in the first. Like at all. Jalen was horrible. He had one good bucket on Trey Burke and hardly got anything else to go. He was also turning the ball over in simple pick-and-roll situations. So all in all, it was not a great situation to be in. Trey Burke is someone you have to abuse if you're Jalen. He's a worse defender than Terrence Davis and Austin Rivers, who he faced in the first round, but he didn't. So needless to say, the first quarter didn't exactly go our way. We managed to somewhat hold on for most of it, but to be down 13 points at the end of the first wasn't exactly ideal either. The second quarter manages to go a little bit better than for what it's worth. Luka wasn't on the floor, so that was a huge plus. That was pretty much the sole reason for us being able to defend the Mavericks like we did. Because if they had any type of creation at all in their bench unit, I'm certain it would have not been good. Nonetheless, I'll take it. Unfortunately, our offense couldn't take advantage of the non-Luka minutes as much as I liked. Jalen got a couple of good shots, but he still wasn't very good. KPJ actually managed to abuse Trey Burke more than Jalen. I guess because he's quicker? I don't really know, but he blew by him a couple of times. We still didn't get the offense going as much as we should have, so by the time Luka comes back in, we're still down a little bit. And when he comes in, it's like every player on Dallas gets a plus 10 overall boost, because these guys just start acting different. I mean, it's not like they were scoring every time down the floor or anything, but when we can't get any consistent offense going, they might as well be. I mean, our most consistent offense was drawing fouls, and that was only when we didn't get blocked, which was several times. I mean, we were lucky to only be down 9 at halftime. And the third quarter was where our existing problems kind of just compounded on each other. The offense didn't get any better, and the defense certainly didn't do anything for us either. For the most part, we were just treading water. We'd hit a shot or two, and then give up a shot or two, then we'd miss some shots and let Dallas get ahead by 13 or something. I mean, honestly, there's just not a whole lot that went well this game. This team is completely different than Sacramento in the fact that Luka can create an entire offense. His gravity and playmaking tore us apart all night. There wasn't really anything we could do at all. And to give the Mavericks credit, they do have a lot of at least scrappy defenders. Their roster has a bunch of what looks like no names, but I'll give them their credit for how they played. They played well, they're an experienced group, and they took advantage of us not being fully prepared for this matchup. So we dropped the game by 20, and the 30 assists for Dallas is really all you need to see. When we tried to defend Luka, he made us pay by making plays for others. It doesn't help that we did not shoot well at the rim at all. Don't let the 52 points in the paint fool you. It's just the only place we could get. We couldn't even get open shots from 3 half the time. Hence the only 11 attempts the entire game. People are doing that by themselves nowadays. And Jalen scored an inefficient 24. KPJ had a pretty decent game, while Christian and DeJounte were just kind of meh. Jovic also got a crap ton of boards in the first quarter. I think it was 10 or something, leading to his 15 total rebounds. And then on the other side, Luka had freaking 36, 12, and 10 on very good efficiency. Then everyone else was just kind of whatever. They're guys that aren't going to kill you every night, but tonight they played well enough to not even just eke out the win, but blow us out of the water in Game 1. All we can really do is hope to bounce back in Game 2 and come with a different game plan, because we can't keep doing this or we're going to get swept real quick.